Hello again, our most valued student. My name is Confident and welcome to Egorulin Text 24-minute lesson. Our lesson today will be on simultaneous equations as well as solving word problems. So we're going to look at the simultaneous equations in brief as well and continue as looking at word problems. In the exam, it is very uncommon or rarely do they bring in simultaneous equations, but the concept of simultaneous equations is being applied in different questions of the paper. Hence, we are going to look at simultaneous equation not as a topic as such, because they don't bring these in the final paper, but the concept or the application of them is usually in word problems as well as other mathematical situation that will be given. The first one is solve simultaneously. Here you are solving simultaneously for x and y. Why are they called simultaneous equation? Because there are two of them. Whenever you are given an equation with x and y, we call them two variables, you need two equations to solve. So the first thing they say solve for x and y, you write the first equation and say equation 1. And then x minus y, you write is equal to 2. This become equation 2. When you have done that, the first thing you can do is, let's talk about equation 1. You are given x plus y is equal to 10. You can make x the subject of the formula. Remember the previous lesson. By taking y on the other side, it will change the sign to become x is equal to 10 minus y. This become equation 3. Now what you do, you are going to say 3, that equation 3 into equation 2. What are you going to have? Remember, equation 2 is x minus y is equal to 2. Now wherever there is x, you are now going to put the value of x as 10 minus y. You are going to substitute it there. So what you're going to have now, you are going to say 10 minus y is equal to 2. Again, this is same as 10 minus 2y is equal to 2. When you are solving, you take 10 on the other side, it's minus 2y is equal to 2 minus 10. Minus 2y is equal to minus 12. Divide by negative 2 on both sides, and you are going to have y is equal to 6. Now you go back to equation 3. Remember, equation 3 says x is equal to 10 minus y, but you know the value of y. The value of y is 6, so you're going to substitute it there. You're going to have x is equal to 10 minus 6 and x is equal to 4. Now you have got two values of x and y, so x is equal to 4, and what is the value of y? And y is equal to 6. That's what they mean by solving simultaneously. The next problem that we're given is using the same method. They are saying this method is called the substitution method. It's the substitution method. There is the elimination method, but I'm going to just focus on the substitution method. Now, on this one, we are given 2x plus 3y is equal to 11. And you're given 4y minus 2x is equal to 10. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. You can focus again on equation 1 and say, let us make x the subject of the formula. We are going to have, okay, in this case, let us make y the subject of formula for the sake of changing them. You have 3y is equal to 11 minus 2x. And then after that, how do you make y? You divide each one of them. Please divide each one of them by 3. So you're going to have y is equal to 11 over 3 minus 2x over 3. It's an advantage to divide each one of them. Why? Because to avoid the concept of fractions. Now, since you have got the value of y, remember in equation 2 you had 4y minus 2x is equal to 10. But now you know the value of y. the value of y is this one. That's the new value of y. So you're going to have 4 bracket 11 over 3 minus 2x over 3. That is the 4y minus 2x is equal to 10. Now you open that bracket, you'll have 44 over 3 minus 4 times 2, it's 8x over 3 minus 2x is equal to 10. Now you remain with x, take the numbers on the other side, you'll have minus 8x over 3 minus 2x is equal to, if you go back one, 10 minus 44 over 3. If you use now your calculator to solve the fraction there of minus 8 over 3 minus 2x, we are going to get, so if you use a calculator, 8 over 3 minus 2, you are going to get minus 14 over 3, and then 10 minus 44 over 3, you are also going to get minus 14 over 3. Then you divide both sides by minus 14 over 3. Divide both sides by minus 14 over 3. Then when you cancel, you are going to get x is equal to a 1. Now remember, you have got the value of y, and y is equal to 11 over 3. Y is equal to 11 over 3 minus 2x over 3. Minus 2x over 3. And you know the value of x is equal to 1. So you have got y is equal to 11 over 3 minus 1 over 3. If you simplify it, you are going to get y is equal to 3. By the way, on this kind of a scenario, sometimes you can quickly check your answer. For example, you put it in the second equation, or we can put it in the second equation. 4y minus 2x is equal to 10. 4y minus 2x is equal to 10. Now what is our value of y? Y is 3, that is checking our answer. Minus 2, x is 1 is equal to 10. Now this is 12 minus 2 is equal to 10, and 10 is equal to 10, meaning this solution is correct. Remember, this is not part of your working part. You are trying to check that your answers are correct. In this case, that x is equal to 1 and x is equal to, y is equal to 3. The next thing that we're going to look at are word problems. Now, word problems are common in the exam. They usually carry about 3 to 4 marks, so you have to go through some of these word problems. Most of the time, they're a bit challenging to some people. I always say they must do them the last part when they have done the rest of the syllabus, because they need a lot of algebraic and technical know-how on certain things. But go through your textbook and also come back to these videos, and then they will help you. Let's start with the first one. Again, remember, this is linked to the simultaneous equations in a way. It says the admission fee at a music concert is 150 rand for children and 400 rand for adults. On a certain day, 2,200 people enter the concert and 505,000 is collected. How many children and how many adults attended? Let's now underline the key things there. The admission fee at a musical concert is 150 for children and 400 for adults. So each child takes 150 to enter, and each adult, it costs 400 rand to enter. And then on a certain day, 2,200 people enter the concert. And of those 2,200 people that enter the concert, 505,000 rand is collected. How many children and how many adults attended? And then you can say, let children be X and adults be Y. So whenever we talk of Y, we're talking of adults, and we talk of X, we're talking of what? Of children. We have done that. When you have done that, now let's look at the key things. How many people attend a certain day? They are saying 2,200 people attend in a certain day. In other ways, if you add children plus adults, you are going to find that there were 2,200 people. That is now your equation 1. Do you see now when we're talking about simultaneous equation? Now because why is it equation 1? Because the moment you've got x and y, you need two equations to solve for two unknowns. Now, where are we going to get the other equation? The monies that they are talking about. 150 for children and 400 for adults. So what does it mean? If there are Y number of children, each one costing 150, so you'll have 150 times the number of children that attended X plus 400 times the number of adults that attended Y. They got a total of 505,000. So these are the two equations, and this becomes equation number 2. Then you solve it simultaneously. If you look at equation 1, like we did previously, we can make X the subject of formula. We are going to have 2,200 minus Y. This becomes equation 3. So if you take equation 3 into equation 2, we are going to get, remember where there is X, you put the value of what? Of X, 150, 2,200 minus Y plus 400 Y is equal to 505,000. If you quickly open there, this is what you're going to get. If you open the bracket, 150 times 2,200, you're going to get 330,000 minus 150Y plus 400Y is equal to that. Collecting like terms, you are going to be remaining with minus 150Y plus 400Y is equal to 505,000. If you check, it's 505,000 minus, because 330 must jump this sign, minus 330,000. If you use a calculator there, you are going to say minus 505. You are going to get on this other side, you are going to get 175,000 is equal to 250Y. Sorry about that, that's 250Y. You divide both sides by 250, then you are going to get Y is equal to 700. It means there are 700 adults. And then now remember, the equation 3 said X is equal to 2,200 minus Y. So you take that, you say X is equal to 2,200 minus Y, and you know the value of Y is 2,200 minus 700. X is equal to, then you're going to get 1,500. So if you summarize now, adults, how many adults attended? Adults were 700 and children were 1,500. That's the solution of that simultaneous equation. Let us move on to the next one. It says 3 times the square of a number, 3 times the square of a number, the square, 3 times the square of a number plus 7 times the number minus 6 is equal to 14. Determine the value of the number. So let the number be what? Be X. You know, that's why we are solving for X. 3 times, now 3 times the square, that number, 3 times the square of a number is 3x squared plus 7 times the number, 7, the number remember is X, minus 6 is equal to 14. See now, it's a quadratic equation. Now they say find the number. Now you take 14 on the other side, you have got 3x squared plus 7x minus 6 minus 14 is equal to 0. Then you've got 3x squared plus 7x minus 20 is equal to 0. Now if you use the product and use the sum method, this is how you're going to solve it. So when you're solving it, we need 2 numbers. Those 2 numbers, when we multiply them, the product must give us a positive 60 and then a negative 60, sorry. It's not a positive, it's a negative 60 because it's minus 20 times 3 is minus 60. And then when we add them, the sum must give us a positive 7. And those 2 numbers are 12 and minus 5. 12 times minus 5, you'll get minus 60. Not minus 160, but it is minus a what? it's minus a 60. 12 times 5 is minus 60, and 12 minus 5 is positive 7. So when I rewrite it, I'll have 3x squared plus 12x minus 5x minus 20. Remember, my 7x is now 12x minus 5x. Take 3x outside, you will have x plus 4 minus 5x plus 4. So you are going to have x plus 4 and 3x minus 5. This is equal to 0. So let me write it on the fresh page. Again, x plus 4, 3x minus 5. And 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. Therefore, x plus 4 equal to 0. You take 4 on the other side, you're going to have x is equal to minus 4, or 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. Then 3x is equal to, you take this number to the other side, it's a positive 5. Divide by 3 both sides, x is equal to 5 over 3. Now looking at the question, it says 3 times the square of a number plus 7 times the number, determine the value of the number. Now the number will be minus 4, not a fraction, because it's a number. Well, it can be both numbers in a way, but the number here is a number that is negative 4. So that is the solution to that. If you put that number in the original equation here, you are going to get 14. Let us move on to the other question. It says a rectangle, okay, it's a rectangle. So by saying a rectangle, underline there, let's come up with a rectangle, all right, has a length of 10 meters, all right, and width of 3 meters. That's a rectangle. If the length and the width are increased by x centimeters, so now let's come up with a new rectangle. Now it will be, they are increased, the length now is increased by x meters, and the width is also increased. I'll write it here, 3 plus x. They are saying the area doubles. Calculate the new length and the new width. Now when you're given like this, they're saying the area doubles. Now let's find the area here. What is the area here and what is the area here? The first area, remember, area is length times width. In the first one, I'm going to divide my diagram like this. Area is equal to 10 times 3, which is equal to 30. So 30 meters squared. In the other side, what is the area? Area is equal to length times width. Area is equal to, the length now is 10 plus x times, what is the width? The width there is 3 plus x. You understand? So this is the new area. Now in the next statement, they tell us if the length and width are increased by x meters, the area doubles. Here they told us, in this case, the area, if this is A1 and this is A2, the area here is twice the area of A1. Are you getting that? Now we know the area of A1. If this was the area of A1 is 30. Also area of A2 then will be called what? 30 times 2, which is equal to 60 meters squared, because the area doubled. If it doubled, if it was 30, then it will become 60. But now they are saying calculate the new length and the new width. So now, do you see now that you have got an equation that you need to solve? So how do you solve it? It's 10 plus x and 3 plus x is equal to, remember, we're coming back here. It was 10 plus x and 3 plus x is equal to our area, which is 60 square meters. You open that bracket, 10 times 3, you're going to have 30 there, plus 10 times x, 10x, plus 3x, plus x squared is equal to 60. So when you solve it now, writing it in a quadratic version, you start with the highest power. It will be x squared plus 13x plus 30. The 60 must jump the sign to say minus 60 equal to 0. So x squared plus 13x minus 30 equal to 0. When you continue with the solving of this quadratic equation, remember we've been solving quite a lot of quadratic equations, so I just rush to the answer. You're going to get x is equal to minus 15 or x is equal to 2. Now, the negative one is not a length. You cannot get a negative length. Hence, the negative answer is ruled out. Therefore, x is equal to 2. And then, when you have gotten x is equal to 2, the question says calculate the new length and the new width. Remember, length was L was equal to 10 plus x, which is equal to 10 plus 2, which is equal to 12. So, the length is 12. And the width was equal to 3 plus x, which is equal to 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5. So the length is 12 and the width is 5. Let us move on to the next one. It says a number multiplied by 3 times, a number multiplied by 3 is 5 times another number. The difference between the two numbers is 40. Calculate the two numbers. I'm going to come up with the equations and then you can solve it. A number, let the number, so when you let that number be x, so a number multiplied by 3, so 3x, because it's 3 times x, is 5 times another number. Alright? Just as a point of correction, let the first number be x and let the second number be y, because there are two numbers involved, another number and a number. So the first equation says a number multiplied by 3x is equal to 5 times another number, is equal to 5y. The difference between the two numbers, x minus 5, minus y, sorry, because the two numbers is x and y, the difference means minus. The difference between the two numbers is 40. Calculate the two numbers. So here you're going to come up with equation 1, here you're going to come up with equation 2, then you're going to solve for x and y. Let us move on to the last one. This is a question that I got in one of the social medias, but it was very interesting because it is a question that they can ask in an exam. It says, a girl went to school and the teacher asked how old she was. She replied by saying she does not know her age, in other words, but all she knows is that she was half her mother's age. The teacher asked how old was her mother, and she replied by saying she does not know, but all she knows is that how old was her father. And she replied by saying that all she knows is that her father is 5 years older than her mother. The teacher asked how old her dad, and she replied that she does not know, but told the teacher that if they added their ages, the total is 100. The age of the girl, so here you're supposed to calculate the age of the girl, the mother and the father. I think this one is fine actually. Then this is something that you need to know, but the hint there is to say let the age of girl be x. You see? Let's start again. A girl went to school and the teacher asked how old she was. She replied by saying she does not know, so her age is x, but all she knows is that she was half her mother's age. So this girl is x. Let the age of the mother. Let's use let the age of mother be equal to x. Just because of time, but this is the thing. Let the age of mother be x. Age of girl then, because it's half, it will be x over 2. The father is 5 years older than the mother, so age of father is x plus 5. The interesting part is that their total age is 100 years. So the age of the mother, the age of the child, and the age of the father is 100. Then you can do that and solve for x. Then you're going to get the particular answer. We have come to the end of our lesson. Again, the lesson was a bit faster. Go through each and every slide and you will be able to understand much better when you can revisit the session. Thank you.